In this video, we're going to meet Miss I don't give a damn about your rights, badge number 456, and I'm going to detain you anyway. And we're going to meet Miss you got to do what I say because I have authority over you.
That would be Officer Winter.
Badge number 530. And that's just the tip of the corrupt thin blue line iceberg. Stay tuned to the end for the glorious moment where you see a gaggle of rights-trampling, resource-sucking cops take a well-deserved walk of shame. Welcome to the Here's the Deal channel. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know. Don't forget to subscribe to my private email list or my website, highimpactflix.com. Let's get into the video.
Mazda heading south on 3 Points Road.
Here's the deal. This is a really, really good video, man. You talk about instructional, and you talk about an auditor keeping his cool and articulating almost perfectly the law according to the Constitution that the law enforcers that are about to violate his rights should be following, and standing against numerous law enforcers. I think in this case, he's cornered by 9 or 10 law enforcers who end up taking the walk of shame. But watch how he does it. This is fantastic.
Excuse me. You can't video without a mask.
Excuse me?
You need a mask.
No one else? She doesn't have a mask?
You need a mask. Well, this lady right here comes around the corner without a ritualistic shame muzzle on.
They don't have masks?
She just supervisor.
They don't have masks, ma'am.
Please, you need a mask.
But they don't have masks. How can
She
you...
just came out the office.
Okay. So what does that
She
mean?
just came out the office. So if you just come out of an office, you don't need a mask. I'd go over to the nearest door. I'd open the door and come out real quick and go, look, I just came out of an office. I must not need a mask, just like she doesn't need a mask.
Why don't videotape me?
What?
Don't videotape
I'm going to videotape you.
Why?
For sure. Because that's what I do. Transparency and accountability, man.
You need a mask. Okay, let me call the office.
You can call whoever you'd like, man.
I think it makes people
There's
feel
people in this
good.
building walking around without masks. That's hypocritical.
I think it makes people feel good to be able to say, well, you'll have to deal with my superior, or I'm going to call the police on you. People feel really, really good about that.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you videotaping?
I am videotaping. That's correct.
What happened?
What do you
Why are
mean?
videotaping?
Why?
Yeah.
I'm an independent journalist gathering content for a story. Who are you?
I'm Penny Mann. I work in the supervisor's office.
Penny?
Yes.
Man?
Yes.
You work in the supervisor's office?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we can't videotape in here.
Why can't I videotape in here?
It's not legal to videotape.
It's not legal.
No. Oh, do you have business here? I'll put it that way to you. Do you have business here?
Yeah, of course I have business here.
Okay. What is it?
This is a public building, ma'am. Why would I need to
understand
explain
that.
to you my business
I
here?
understand that. You get no argument from me.
Okay.
This is a public building.
Okay, great. I'm glad we can agree on that.
Exactly. So, do you have business here? Is there an office that you're going to?
I'm sorry?
Is
Yeah,
there
but why
an office that you're
would I
going
need to tell you my business here, though?
Because you cannot legally be here if you don't have business here.
Sure I can. This is a public...
That is such a lie. Why do these people lie? Why do they feel like they have to exert authority over somebody else and tell them what they can or can't do and then go out on a limb and lie about it? It's amazing. And you would think as many YouTube videos, as many First Amendment audit YouTube videos there are out there, that she would have at least seen one of them and be clued into what's actually going on here. Does this lady not realize that she's going to be by the time this is all said and done, she'll have appeared before the faces of millions of people? And her ignorance and her lie will be broadcast all over the world.
We agreed that this is a public building, ma'am.
Yes, it is a public building.
So it's open to the
can't
public.
loiter.
It's
You
not
can't
loitering. I just told you I'm an independent journalist.
Okay.
I have freedom of press, ma'am.
Do you have a reason to be here?
Yes, I do. I just told you I'm an
You said
independent journalist.
your hat said-
Okay, now note this right here. This woman right here who just told Long Island Audits that he needed a mask has her filthy paws all over this ritualistic shame muzzle right here, which she's about to give to this woman right here, who's going to put that soiled ritualistic shame muzzle on her face.
It's we the people.
We the people, yes, my hat. You like it?
We're all the, I love to see that. I love that. Actually.
Okay, great. I'm happy.
We're all
Puts it
people.
right up
You
to
can
her
grab
face.
me one if you want. If we're all going to follow the rules now,
So, question.
I would appreciate it. Okay, thank you. I will. I'm just talking to her really quick. She wants to talk
No
to me.
seal on that.
So, question.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you taping? Let me ask you that.
I don't know. I feel like we're going on a second. I'm an independent journalist working on a story.
She's already touched it 3
What
times.
is your story?
My story, I don't want to divulge that until it's published.
Okay.
I don't want to divulge that. Not right now, this time. Thank you, ma'am. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Got her hands all over it.
Joanne, did you
Okay.
make-
I'm going to continue about my business.
Won't take long for the law enforcement officers to
So
get there.
we have the attorney's office here.
I'm just going to skip
I
ahead
can't
here.
believe- Don't say nothing. He charges for pictures. For me? Who? Who? These 3 officers over here?
Here we go. Look at this. Look at all these cops that get on the case.
You don't need to approach me.
Excuse me?
You can stay right there.
Oh, already being authoritative, already bossing them around or trying to boss them around. This is the town hall in Ramapo, New York. Ramapo, New York. So I'm assuming this is the Ramapo. Yeah, here we go. Ramapo Police Department. The Ramapo Police Department has such low crime that they can spend their manpower and their resources harassing a guy who's engaged in a constitutionally protected activity. Ain't no rapes going on in Ramapo, New York. Must not be any murders. There must not be any car thefts or just regular thefts or vandalism or destruction going on in the city. No domestic abusers. No child sex traffickers in Ramapo, New York. All these people, wait till you see how many cops come out of the woodwork on Long Island audits. It's shameful.
I don't need to approach you?
No, you can stay right back there. You can walk back that way.
Look at her
Ma'am.
getting in his face.
You can walk back that way.
Yeah.
Keep
I don't
walking
wanna-
back that way.
Can you de-escalate a little bit? Because I feel
Wow.
like you're trying to just exert your authority over me, and I don't like it.
I'm not. I'm speaking to you in my normal voice.
You have no authority over me. Okay?
Actually, I do.
I'm in a public building. I'm
And
conducting
they're
lawful
asking you
business.
to leave.
That is amazing. That is an amazing admission by this Officer Winter right here. She actually believes in her mind that she has authority over another adult human being. Think about that. Think about how pompous that is. What if you walked up to somebody that you don't know saying, I have authority over you to tell you what to do, and you need to comply because I come with the implied threat of force. If you don't comply with what I say, then I reserve the right to punish you. That's how much authority I have. How should we view a person in society like that? Don't let the costumes and look at this. They even got the gang signs. Thin blue line, gang sign here. Don't let the costumes and the shiny badges and the supposed authority of the state cloud your vision on what's going on here. If you or I did what this person did just now, this person in this costume, we would be charged with harassment.
I'm conducting lawful business. No, they didn't. That's a
Yes,
lie.
they did.
They did not ask me to
They
leave.
asked you to leave, and they said that you
I'm
were no
conducting
longer allowed to be
I'm
here.
conducting
So
business.
therefore, you need to leave the location.
I'm conducting business. I'm doing a Freedom of Information Act request.
Okay, so that's Officer Winter, 530. This is Officer Sampson, 524.
They asked you to leave. And
So you're
that-
saying, can I get a supervisor here? Hi.
Why wasn't the supervisor talking? The supervisor's just kind of waiting against the wing of the wall, waiting in the wings, watching an underling just completely hang herself, saying that she's got authority when she actually doesn't. So let's see what this sergeant says right here. Sergeant 456. Sergeant 456.
Conducting lawful business. I'm an independent journalist, exercising my freedom of press right.
Okay.
It's a right, not a privilege. Freedom of press. This is a public building. You guys have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 officers here, 6 including yourself, Sergeant.
Okay.
It's completely uncalled for. I'm trying to conduct business.
Okay. What is your business? What are you trying to
I'm doing a Freedom of Information request, which is a law,
Okay.
and I'm also gathering content for a story.
Okay. Well, right now, we were called here by the people who work in this office building.
Okay.
They are concerned for their safety and their well-being, that there is somebody in here. They've asked you to step out and to leave and to stop
They
video
did. They did
recording
not.
here.
I have it on camera.
They're concerned for their safety and well-being because somebody is in City Hall with a camera recording. On public property recording. How how do we get Americans to actually sensitize themselves to the fact that there's a First Amendment and what it says? And let me just point out one more thing as we continue to go along. There's going to be more cops than this standing around, okay? So they're all going to stand around. They're going to get an education from Long Island audits, but not one of them are going to be repentant about their violation of civil rights here. But there's not one cop right here who's going to step forward and go, but Sarge, didn't we learn in the academy that he has the right to record? Don't we know about those Supreme Court cases? Don't we know about the First Amendment? Isn't that really all we need? Did somebody say that this guy committed a crime? If he committed a crime, why are we messing with him? Nobody's going to step forward and say that because nobody's got the guts. Nobody's got the balls. Nobody's got the knowledge of what the First Amendment says. And if they do, they don't care.
They did not ask me to leave.
Okay, well, that's what they're relaying to us.
Okay,
so
that's a lie.
That is why we are here right now. I'm not going to dispute truth or fact right now. I'm going to tell you that is why we're here right now. We are going to conduct our investigation.
That's fine.
Okay,
Conduct whatever investigation you like.
For your ID, because we do need to know who we're speaking with right now.
You're going to ask for my ID.
Yes, I am.
So in order
of our investigation.
Okay, in order for me, I just want to I listen to you, so I'd ask you just listen to me. I don't need to assist you in your investigation. I don't work for the police department. I don't want to assist you in your investigation into me for whatever reason. Do you have a crime that you suspect me of committing? Do you have reasonable, articulable suspicion?
On an investigation of a complaint, yes.
Do you have reasonable, articulable suspicion I've committed a crime?
We're not saying that you committed a crime. We are here to investigate a complaint right now.
There we go. We're not saying you committed a crime. We're not saying you broke a law, but we do want your ID, even though we don't have any proof that you broke a law or committed a crime.
If you haven't, if you're
Wrong answer.
saying that I haven't committed a crime, then I don't have to provide you my ID lawfully, so I'm not going to.
Okay, then I'm going to ask you to step out of this building and to leave this building.
I'm conducting business, ma'am.
Okay, at this point you were asked that you were not allowed welcome here anymore, and we were going to ask you to
But
leave
you
this
can't
building.
stop somebody from recording. You can't stop somebody
I
from
never asked you
gathering.
to-
Look, here comes another cop. This guy walked up. I think he's like an attorney. This guy's kind of stopping and watching. All these people are getting this education. We got a surveillance piece of equipment up here. Well, this needs to be FOIA'd. Does she have a body cam? I don't see any body cams on any of these people. That needs to be FOIA requested right there.
Stop recording. That is not what I've asked you to do. I asked
You're
you
asking me to leave a public building,
yes,
ma'am.
you are no
Can I
longer
get your
welcome
name?
within this building. My name is Sergeant Mayer.
Sergeant Mayer, and your badge number?
Yes, 456.
456. And are you telling me that if I don't leave
Another
this building,
cop.
you're going to arrest me?
I'm telling you right now that you're going to leave this building. Yes.
No, but I just
You
want to
were
know.
requested- I'm not going to argue with you back and forth. Let's step outside.
Are you an
this
attorney,
building.
sir?
This is actually our
I'm the
boss right
town
here.
supervisor. I
He's
am
the
an
town
attorney, but I'm not
supervisor.
here in that capacity.
This is our boss right here. She introduces this guy as the boss. This is the boss. Okay, so this chick right here was trying to exert her authority on the cameraman for no freaking reason, trying to violate his rights. All the while, her supervisor, this sergeant, badge number 456, was waiting in the wings, standing in the darkness, standing on the sidelines, not doing anything until she was requested. And then this guy was standing on the sidelines, watching all of his underlings completely fail and flail at the feet of the guy who knows his constitutional rights. And now he's going to address the cameraman, Long Island audits.
I
Okay.
just walked down the hall.
Sir,
saw something happening.
maybe I could speak to you and we can come to a better understanding here.
Well, I'm not going to speak to you while you're filming me. You're free to film me, but I'm not going to have a discussion on camera with you.
I'm an independent journalist. Yeah,
That's
but you're
wonderful.
violating but your officers, you're the supervisor, so I just want to let you know, you're opening yourself up to civil, and you said you're a lawyer, you're opening yourself to civil litigation. All I'm doing is I'm peacefully filming. I'm not bothering anybody. I have to do a FOIL request with the town clerk's office. I have official business here. I'm exercising my constitutional rights. That's all I'm doing, peacefully. And you're going to kick me out of a public building?
I'm going to ask you to give me 1 minute.
Okay, great. No problem.
These people are failing. Everybody knows he's right. This is the bad part about this whole thing. Everybody knows Long Island Audits is right. But they want to continue to exert their will and authority over another human being because that makes them feel good. They can't stand for the possibility of their ego being damaged by somebody not complying with their edicts and their orders.
You guys really don't have nothing better to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 officers for one man with a camera.
Wow.
I'm not a bad guy. I'm not nefarious. I don't have any ill intent here. I don't understand. What's the big deal?
How does somebody like this become a sergeant? I mean, seriously, look at her. How does somebody like that become a sergeant? How do any of these people become law enforcers when their oath to the Constitution? And I know people are like, Brian, you're always talking about the oath to the Constitution. Your word means something. Why did you say that you would protect and defend and uphold the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, if you didn't mean it? That says all you need to know about these people, that they're not going to uphold this guy's simple right, his simple freedom to freedom of the press. Says all you need to know about any one of those people, that they don't have the balls to step forward and go, guys, this is nonsense. This guy's obviously not done anything. He's just standing here with a camera. What's wrong with you people?
Somebody can't film. You have cameras. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cameras all over this building. What's the difference? I don't understand. Seems like a big waste of resources for your city here.
Yep.
Really does. Really does. Can I get your name and badge number? Since everybody wants to be here. What is it?
Officer Winter, like the season.
Okay.
Look at her. Look.
Can I get your name and badge number?
Right here, boss.
Right.
She's so aloof. Winter, like the season. Oh boy, this guy. Holy cow, who are these people?
Right here. Is that RIGHT? Oh, okay.
Right.
Simpson, 524. Hi, can I get your name and badge number?
Harrington, 5749.
Thank you, Harrington. Appreciate it. Can I get your name and badge number, sir?
Huh?
Can I get your name and badge number, please?
Hey, what'd you say?
Can I get your name and badge number, please?
Oh, yeah. My last name's Mitchell.
Mitchell?
Yeah.
Your badge number?
496.
Thank you,
Can I
Mitchell.
get your
This is just weird. This is just weird, man. Huh? What? Like he wasn't listening this whole thing. He was standing there for a little while.
I'm not going to give it.
Yeah. What are you
Yeah,
here for? I just showed up. I don't even know what's going on.
I'm in fear of retaliation, so I'm not going to give my name. It's my Fourth Amendment right. No, I'm just here. I'm an independent journalist gathering content for a story, doing a Freedom of Information Act request. That's all I'm doing here.
What'd they call us?
I don't know because I have a camera in my hand.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Doesn't make sense to me either. Doesn't make sense.
You don't need to step over there.
Excuse me? Am I being detained?
You are being asked to stay here for our investigation.
Am I being detained?
You are temporarily being detained as,
Okay.
as we commit our
There you go. That's what you want. You want a commitment. Oh, I am being detained. Under what grounds am I being detained? If you have no grounds to detain me, then you're going way outside and you're actually falling prey to 18 U.S.C. 242, deprivation of rights under color of law.
Unlawful detainment.
Yep.
Call it
Yep.
how you
It is an almost. You have to learn the law. If you're going to uphold the law, you took an oath to the Constitution.
Yep.
Freedom of press is part of the Constitution. You have to, if you're going to uphold it, you have to learn it. This is an illegal detainment. You can't detain me
Yep.
unless you suspect that I'm committing a crime. This is all things you should have learned in the academy. And as a supervisor, I think that's,
So look at this huddle right here. What are we going to do with this guys? Man, this guy knows more about the Constitution than we do. And we swore to protect, defend, and uphold it. Why don't they just go, hey, we were wrong. You were totally right. I'm going to write up every single one of these officers and they will be put on notice, and we're going to make this public. We're going to put it on our Facebook page. These are actions from our law enforcers that we absolutely will not tolerate. Not to mention that we're completely wasting manpower and resources. There's crimes going on in our city and we're sitting here harassing you.
You should really know. You cannot detain somebody legally without you having suspecting me of committing a crime. This is ridiculous. Thank you. Can I get your name, sir? Can I get your Dolan. Lieutenant Dolan?
Did you see that? He was just going to pass on. Right, we're good, guys. That's it. It's like, wait. What? That was the lieutenant.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You guys are dismissed. Please don't detain me unlawfully anymore.
Ooh, she didn't like that. She didn't like that dismissal comment. You guys are dismissed. Watch her face.
Dismissed. Please don't.
Oh, Miss Authority does not like. That was not good for Miss Authority, Miss Winter Authority's ego. Not at all.
Detain me unlawfully anymore.
Did not want to hear that.
I was detaining you.
She no. No.
If he's not doing anything illegal or dangerous or disruptive,
Exactly.
that's fine with me.
It's my right to be in this building.
As long as he
This is a taxpayer's
follows the
building.
rules, then.
This is the taxpayer's building.
But thank you very much.
And by the way, she did detain.
Now, Sergeant, let's talk. I'd be hounding her. Okay, now, Sergeant, let's talk about this illegal detainment. Are you in the practice of illegally detaining more people than just me? I suspect that you probably are. Let's go ahead and talk about this.
me. Just so you know. Just so you know, it's on camera. She did
Okay,
detain me.
well, I'm not gonna
So that's an
debate.
unlawful detainment.
I'm not debating with you, but
Okay.
that's all there is.
Great. Take care, guys.
That guy's
This is
got
the biggest
balls,
walk
man.
of shame I've ever seen.
Yep.
Completely insane. Uncalled for.
Look at him, tuck tail. They're gone. They're gone. Not even going to stay around to talk.
Justice Court. Sir, you're a lieutenant, right? Sir, I would like to talk to you about a complaint I want to make against the sergeant. She unlawfully detained me
Want to
without.
go to the front of the lobby? Go in the front lobby of the police station. I'll entertain that complaint for you. Okay?
You'll entertain the
Yeah.
complaint in the lobby. Okay,
course.
I'll be over there. And your name was again, so I can know who I asked for.
Dolan, Lieutenant Dolan.
Lieutenant Dolan. I'll be over there shortly after I conduct my business. Thank you, Lieutenant.
That's Lieutenant Dolan for the Ramapo Police Department in New York. Now he goes to submit the FOIA request right here, and he talks a little bit about that. Then he catches back up with Dolan, and here's that interaction right here.
Thank you.
The only reason this guy's doing this, by the way, he doesn't want to hear this guy's complaint. I doubt very seriously he'll even lodge the complaint. If he does, I'd be surprised. But this guy's job right here is not to protect and serve the public. It's to protect and serve the Thin Blue Line gang.
Thank you for taking the time, Lieutenant.
Yeah, no problem. Have a seat. You gonna film the whole thing?
I am.
All right.
He's being all cool now.
You can either fill these out.
It's a pretty simple complaint.
Yeah.
I can fill it out. That's no problem.
Yeah, you can either do it now, or you can actually take it with you, bring it back, and give
Okay.
it to us whenever you want to do it. I'll just do a form. I'll just take your information down, and you'll put it on here. Obviously, this is like any other form, officially form. False statements made here and are punishable with Class C misdemeanor pursuant to Section 210.45 of the Penal Law. I
Okay.
would sign it. You would sign it. You would sign here. I would sign.
Yeah.
And that's it. So you just write down what your complaint is.
Okay.
And then,
Yeah, my
it'll
just so I can talk to you, so you know what exactly my complaint is before I write it down. Is, there was a lot of police officers that arrived for, I immediately said who I was, what I was doing. I'm an independent journalist. I'm doing a FOIA request. You need to leave. You're being trespassed from this building. You can't film here. For police officers, the one officer's getting in my face saying, you're not moving from here. And I told her, please de-escalate a little bit, because that's how you get police officers hurt and members of the public hurt, by just automatically going in guns a-blazing on a situation that you know nothing about. So I'm a peaceful person. I'm not trying to have conflict with anybody, but I'm not going to back down when my rights are being violated or somebody's trying to exert authority over me that they don't have. So they try to trespass me from a public building without committing any crimes, without doing anything wrong. I have freedom of press, as you know.
And further, the badged law enforcer, specifically his sergeant, who should know better, his sergeant actually committed a crime by detaining a man against his will. That we would be charged for that crime. How is it that law enforcers get to escape that kind of charge? Because they have qualified immunity, and that's a huge problem. They walk around all pompous, knowing nothing's going to happen to them, knowing that they'll never be held to account for their actions unless it's so overwhelming. There's such a public outcry, and a whole bunch of people like the Washington Compost Pile or the New York Slimes or CNN report on it. They're not going to do anything. It's like that guy in Nevada who got pulled over by the Nevada Highway Patrol, that combat vet who got his money stolen from him. They weren't going to give his money back until the Washington Compost and that other Institute for Justice got involved. They wouldn't have done that. They won't do right until they're pressured. And if they're going to do right after they're pressured, they're really not interested in doing right. They're interested in covering for the criminal activity that was foisted on the public by their officers. This guy's that face right there is, I'm not really interested in. I'm just here going through the motions, listening to what you have to say, because you're recording, so I'm going to make it look like I'm interested, but I'm really not. I could give a damn about what you say. And it showed when they broke that huddle and he came back down the hallway and he said, "We're good, guys." He was just going to walk off, offer no explanation, no opportunity to instruct his underlings wearing those uniforms. Hey guys, I want you guys have homework tonight. I only want you to do 2 things. Okay, 3 things. I want you to memorize the First Amendment. I want you to memorize the Second Amendment, and I want you to memorize the Fourth Amendment. And it's Tuesday right now. I want you to have this all memorized, and in your heart, not just in your mind, by Friday, there will be a quiz. They're not going to do that. They don't care about that kind of stuff.
And as you also know, Lieutenant, you cannot detain somebody without reasonable articulable suspicion that they've committed a crime. I specifically asked your sergeant, what crime do you suspect me of committing? Give me your ID. I need your ID. What crime do you suspect me of committing? And I'll gladly hand you over my ID. I don't have one. I'm not saying I'm investigating. Well, just for investigating, I don't need to help you investigate me. I'm not committing a crime, so I don't need to give you my ID. That seemed to blow her mind, like she didn't understand that. And that's scary for somebody in a supervisor position to not know the basics of, her authority in demanding ID from someone. That can get somebody hurt, somebody in jail, their freedom taken away from them. And that's why I want to do this complaint. Also, detaining me. I'm trying to walk around and conduct my business. Don't move from here. Am I being detained? Yes, you are being detained. Again, what crime do you suspect me of committing to detain me? I don't have one. Those are basic concepts in law enforcement that your officers, and especially your sergeant, should be well educated on. That you can't just go up to people and detain them just because you want to. You know what I mean? So that's my complaint here, and I'm gonna be asking for some retraining, some consequences, some accountability here for these actions, because it goes from the top down.
Your complaint will be completely investigated, as I said before. I can take your written complaint from, just refer it to her boss, or I can have you write whichever one you prefer. Obviously, this is a preferred method of making a complaint because it's official. That's what we
For sure.
do.
Yeah.
It'll be thoroughly investigated. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to, like we always do, we're going to investigate ourselves, and hey, we'll get back with you. Don't worry. The proper people will be disciplined. You have my word on it. It's like, wait a second. I couldn't even trust your word about protect, defend the Constitution of the United States. How can I trust your word that you're going to actually reprimand Sergeant 456?
We complaint seriously here, and we process and we investigate it. So
For sure. All right.
Just let me know what you prefer to do.
I'm gonna write it out really quick because I don't think it's a big it's a big deal.
You don't have
It's a
to, just whatever we need to do, and then I'll come back in.
Okay, thank you. Perfect timing. Perfect timing, Lieutenant. Perfect timing. It might be a little hard to read my chicken scratch, but I'll also be
Not better than mine.
I'll also be sending video of the incident for the investigation as well. If you have an email or
What I'm
something,
going to do is I'm going to get your phone number, and then what I'll do is whoever will be conducting the full investigation, that's who you'll send it to. So,
Great.
But you should get pretty quickly get a response from somebody
Okay,
to tell
great.
you what to do next.
Okay, great. Correct.
And I'll have somebody get back to you as soon as well. I don't know how long. It's a Friday.
That's not a problem.
All right? But
Yeah,
we'll get
not a
back to
problem.
you pretty soon, all right?
Thanks, Lieutenant. Appreciate your time today.
Anything
Thank
else
you.
you need, leave me a message.
All right, thank you. Stay safe. Thank you.
And that was it. That's Long Island Audit. They did a fantastic job. You know what always amazes me? That cops are constantly freaking out about the public having cameras when they record us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with their body cams, their dash cams, the surveillance equipment that they have around their departments. So that was Long Island Audits. The name of the video is Biggest Walk of Shame on the Internet. 10 law enforcement officers respond for a man with a camera, which is just completely shameful. I agree with that walk of shame. That's what it was. They tucked tail and they basically ran like a bunch of cockroaches when you turn the light on. So I'll leave the link to Long Island Audit in the description and in the pinned comment. Let them know that Here's the Deal sent you. And also I'll leave the link to the Ramapo Police Department, the Ramapo, New York Police Department, with the phone number and their Facebook page. And let's see if they actually take care of this problem of these officers walking around committing criminal activity on members of the public who have cameras. It's just a crazy thing, man. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.